swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter, now before the court, so help you God? Please have a seat and state and spell your name for the record.
Arturo Coronado,
Okay.
A-R-T, C-O-R-O-N-A-D-O.
Mr. Freilich, the witness is yours.
Thank you very much. Mr. Coronado, good morning. Your daughter is Taylor Denise Schabusiness, correct?
Correct.
And when she was born, she was born in Evanston, Illinois.
Yes.
And she lived with you and your late wife, Marla, there for several years, till when, age 12 or so?
So 2009, yeah.
Okay. And then your late wife, she passed away. Did that take a toll on your daughter?
Of course.
Can you tell me how that impacted your daughter from, from what you saw, what you observed?
Just, she was young. I mean, she lost her mother, and it's just hard to explain. But yeah, things are, aren't the same.
It was a traumatic event for her. Is that fair?
Of course, sure.
And then at some point, the family moved from Evanston, Illinois to Green Bay in 2008. Is that right?
Correct.
And you came to Green Bay because of a job, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then you lived here for a while in Green Bay, correct?
Yes.
She went to Bayport High School, correct?
Correct.
She went to Bayview Middle School, correct?
Howard Tomico School District.
Yes. And then at some point, there were some issues at the Bayport High School, and she went to Cotulla, Texas, correct?
Graduate, yeah.
Yeah. And she lived with your parents, Esther and Juan Coronado, in Temple, Texas. Is that right?
Correct.
And she graduated?
Yes. She did.
And was that about 2016 or so?
I believe so, yeah.
When you lived with her, was school a struggle for her, or was she able to do the work?
From time to time, I mean, she did okay. She had some issues. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. I'm just going to see if you could just move the microphone a little closer or move a little closer, because I can't hear you. Sorry. Would you help with homework and things like that?
Sure.
When you got remarried, did that take a toll on your daughter, Taylor?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay. Did you try to help in that regard to kind of bridge the gap?
Yep.
Okay. When she was living in Green Bay as a child, did you get her involved in any sports or activities?
Before I moved up, she was in soccer. She did band for a little bit.
Okay. Swimming?
No.
Okay. With regards to soccer, was she good at soccer?
Yeah.
She liked it?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Did you do some coaching?
I did.
Was that over at the Asco Noble Field, or where was that?
No, this was in Illinois, actually.
Okay. Did she play soccer in Illinois and Wisconsin?
No, I think she may have tried out, but she didn't follow through with it, so.
Okay.
She did a little volleyball as well.
Okay. So she was involved in activities, correct?
Sure.
What about art or drawing or things like that? Was she good at that?
Yes.
Can you tell?
She's pretty good. She's a very good artist. She can draw quite well.
Okay. Were you impressed by some of the pictures and things that she drew?
Definitely.
Does she have some artistic talents?
She does.
Does she have a creative side?
Yes.
When she was younger, would she help people? If someone needed help, would she help?
Yes. Yes, she would.
And I think in the pre-sentence report on page 17 of 38, you talked with a probation agent, and you indicated he stated, this is you, you're the he. He stated she was a good person, kind-hearted, and helped others out. Is that what you said?
Always, yeah.
Okay.
She
Now,
always went out of her way to help.
okay. When she got a little older, after school, did she have a job here?
She did.
Where?
Big Beef City.
Okay.
Her first job.
Okay, what did she do there?
She was she worked the cashier, and she did a little bit of cooking in the back.
Okay. Did she also get a job at Saputo Cheese Factory?
That was later on, sure.
Okay.
Yep.
And what did she do over there?
She was an operator. She worked third shift.
Okay.
She worked there about 3.5 years. She did really well.
Made decent money, correct?
Yep.
She liked the job?
Yep.
And when she was working at Saputo Cheese Factory, was she living with you here in Green Bay?
No.
Okay. She had her own apartment?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, she lived with us for a little bit, but yeah, then she moved out with a friend.
Okay. Would you keep in touch with her?
Of course.
Your relationship with her, is it good?
Definitely. Yeah.
I received some pictures. There are all kinds of pictures that you would take together as a family, correct? Yes?
As much as we could, yeah.
When she was living with your parents, Esther and Juan, in Texas, Temple, Texas, you take family photos there, correct?
Yes.
And when AJ was still alive, you'd take family photos with him, correct?
Of course.
Was AJ pretty close with Taylor?
Yes.
He liked to ride motorcycles?
He just started to.
And would he let Taylor ride the motorcycle as well?
No.
No. Okay. But those two were how far apart in age?
About 2 years.
2 years?
2 years, yeah. They were very close.
Okay. They'd get together with extended family in Ohio, correct?
When we could, yeah. Mostly when they were younger.
Okay. And they'd certainly get together with your parents in Texas, correct?
Yes.
And so does Taylor have a strong family support network in the state of Texas and or Ohio?
Sure, everybody loves Taylor.
Think she's a monster?
No.
You understand what she was found guilty of by the jury, correct?
I do.
First degree, intentional homicide, mutilation of a corpse, third degree, sexual assault, all felonies, all repeaters. You understand that, correct?
I do.
You understand the penalties, correct?
Yep.
And then for the homicide conviction, it's life imprisonment, but the issue is whether she gets the possibility of extended supervision or not, possibility of parole or not. Do you have any thoughts on that? Do you have any comments for the court on behalf of your daughter?
Sure, I don't think she needs life imprisonment. I mean, the mistakes were made. You know, her not being in the right state of mind when it happened, has a lot to do with it. Her whole life, she was a good kid. Drugs mess people up, and that's what happened. But I don't think that she deserves life.
You think she should be?
She has a child, and it'd be nice for her to be able to see her child.
You agree she's got to be punished, correct?
Well, yeah. Yes.
Okay. But is it your testimony that you believe she should be given a chance at the possibility of parole sometime in the future?
Most definitely. Yes.
Or extended supervision, that's what they call it? Yes?
Yes.
You knew that your daughter Taylor got involved with Warren Szabo, correct?
Yes.
And he was the one that introduced her to drugs, correct?
Correct.
Meth specifically, correct?
Correct.
Intravenous drug use, correct?
She was like night and day. She completely changed. It's a different person.
You believe your daughter got addicted to the methamphetamine or other drugs?
Yes.
Do you believe that she should get some treatment, counseling?
She should have been getting treatment this whole time. I don't know why she hasn't.
With regards to your daughter, she has mental health problems, is that correct?
Correct.
She's been to Prevea Health and got treatment there, correct?
Correct.
She's received treatment through Bellin Psychiatric Center in the past, is that fair?
Yep.
She was under a civil commitment order in order to take psychotropic medications, a court order, correct?
I believe so. Yep.
That she was found mentally ill in the past by a court of law here in the state of Wisconsin?
Yes.
You were involved in that process, weren't you?
I was.
Trying to get your help for your daughter, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Lots of different medications were tried, correct?
That is correct. Yeah. Some that, like, she was just the guinea pig for some of that medication that just did not work and probably too strong. Not qualified, I guess, to say that, but just
What?
did not work for her.
Sure. And Mr. Coronado, when she was staying at the Nicolay Psychiatric Center, was it your understanding that she was getting injectable antipsychotic medication during that short period of time that she was there?
I believe so.
And then she was released, and then the medication stopped, correct?
Correct.
Fair to say that your daughter had been receiving mental health treatment or counseling for quite a long time since her younger years?
That's fair. Yep.
That she was, it would start, then it would stop. There was no consistency. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Do you feel that she fell through the cracks with regards to mental health treatment and all that other kind of treatment?
Definitely.
You talked to the people from the Department of Corrections, Rebecca Chavez, correct?
I believe that was her name. Wasn't
Okay.
sure.
Did you, when you found out that Taylor, your daughter, was involved with Warren Shabo, did you talk to her about the relationship, or did your daughter come to you and talk about the relationship, whether there were problems or it was good? Can you tell me about that?
No, they mostly kept to themselves. I knew she was seeing him, but they mostly kept to themselves. So she was working there, and then she quit her job and just hung out with him. So during that time, when he was out of jail, we didn't really communicate too much.
Was Mr. Shabo abusive to your daughter?
I believe it was, yeah.
When your daughter was living with you, did she ever come to tell you that she was having hallucinations, visual or auditory hallucinations? She was seeing things, hearing things, anything like that?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that, when that happened and what she told you?
Just that she would see shadows, from time to time.
And she'd hear things?
I believe so. Yep.
What did you do?
It would come and go. Well, just talk to her, calmed her down, walked around until we were able to get her some help, or try to get her some help through Perea.
You agree that over time, the field of medicine, the field of psychiatry, the field of psychology improves every year. You agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, if she was taking the medicine, or if it was around, but I don't think the medicine really quite worked for her. She'd be drowsy. It would take a different effect on her.
Make her a zombie?
She didn't feel definitely, yes.
What else were you going to say?
Just she wouldn't feel right. Her stomach would hurt, and just a lot of issues with the prescribed medicine.
Would you agree that your daughter has redeeming qualities to her?
Sure.
Can you tell me what they are?
I don't know, it's sad for me to sit up here, knowing what happened and stuff, and knowing my daughter the way, she was, and the way she still can be. It's just night and day. She was always a loving, caring person. She liked to have fun, liked to joke around a lot. She's not the monster that, she's being made out to be. That's for sure.
You agree your daughter's got to be punished?
I'm sorry?
Do you agree that your daughter has to be punished?
Has to be punished?
Yes.
I'm sure it is.
Are you saying you want the court to give her a chance to get back into society in the future at some point?
Definitely, yes. She need help, mental help, for sure.
And
Is she going to get that help? From whatever happens, moving forward, I don't know, but she definitely needs help.
and is she able to love?
Yes.
Is she able to form relationships with family members,
Definitely.
friends?
Yep.
When she lived with you, did she have friends over sometimes or bring
All the
people
time.
over?
All the time, yeah. She had many friends.
Did she like to go to Ohio to visit an extended family over there?
Whenever we would go, yeah, mostly when they were younger.
Your daughter, do you think she's a lost cause or not?
No, no,
Think she could be fixed?
yes, for sure, definitely,
Gonna take some time though, right?
yeah. With the right help, of course.
Nothing further from me. Thank you.
Cross-examination from the state?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you. You can step down. Mr. Freilich, another witness?
Yes, I'll